Hey y'all, it's your girl Natafe. Welcome back to another video. Trying to be a little bit more professional. Not like professional. I just want to be like more sit down, okay, like organized. So, let me just get straight to the chase, okay? This is going to be a sincere video, no notes, just real and raw. Things I've learned at 24 years old, almost 25 years old. I'm just going to say 25 years old because I'm literally about to turn 25 in a few weeks, and I just wanted to like talk about it and just share my thoughts with you. So far what I've learned about like life, and whether it be like relationships, financial situations, anything that I think I can do some kind of input on something. So yeah, I just want to talk about like shit I've learned these past almost gonna be 3 decades of my life, which is actually like pretty crazy to think about. Like I'm almost gonna be 30 in like 5 years. That's crazy. I wanted to talk about what I've learned and what I'm currently learning. One of the things I wanted to share was you never stop learning in general about life. You never stop. If you think you know something, you know everything, you don't. You're never gonna stop knowing everything. You're never gonna stop learning. You're never gonna stop growing. And that's just something that some people need to get through their thick ass heads, because people just think they know it all, and I hate those kind of people. That's one thing that I have gone to learn. This is a very awkward position that I have with my. You're always going to be learning something, whether it be about yourself, about people. You got to be open-minded, because you might know something almost your whole life. You might know a certain way of certain things, but as you grow, you're going to learn that you have to sometimes adapt to certain situations. You have to adapt to certain people. And that's just because you got to grow. You got to learn, because you can be taught a certain way your whole life, but at the end of the day, there's going to be different outcomes, different situations that you're not going to be able to have that same mentality that you have in that previous cycle. You just got to adapt. You got to learn, you got to change. That's something that I like really have to accept, and I'm still currently learning about that whole perspective, is that you never stop learning. You never even stop learning about yourself, because us as humans, we're naturally meant to adapt. We're naturally meant to evolve. So like, it's just gonna happen regardless, it's just gonna happen. Another thing is that you cannot ever trust anyone. That's one thing for sure. You can never trust anyone. It doesn't matter if it's your partner, your parents, your family, your friends, your coworkers, your employees. No one, because, and I'm not saying it in a harsh way, but I am saying it in a harsh way. It's like you can have a certain trust to an extent, but you gotta be open-minded that trust can be broken at any given time, and you just gotta be prepared. You gotta mentally prepare yourself for the worst, and that's just the truth. Because you can think you know someone for your whole life, your whole life, your whole years that you've known them, but they can switch up like that. And why do I say that so acceptingly is because humans are meant to make mistakes, and we just don't know what mistakes we're capable of doing. And that's scary to think about, because we don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Don't be so gullible is what I mean. Like with anyone that is in your life, your friends, your coworkers, your family, anything. Like, just don't be so gullible to a certain extent, because you just gotta mentally prepare yourself for the worst. Even though it might not happen, you gotta have in the back of your head, like, don't look at the bad in them. Like, don't say that they're a bad person. Just say that, hey, they're human too. I'm human too. We are all capable of making a mistake that can break any kind of trust, any kind of barrier you built with that person. And it's just normal. It's just the way that you gotta accept shit. That's what I learned. You gotta learn to accept things. This is a really like tough one, because you gotta learn to accept things. You gotta learn to accept people. You gotta learn to know when things are not gonna change and when things are gonna change. And what I mean by that is that sometimes you can pray and hope that a certain situation changes, but after a certain amount of time, a certain amount of actions, a certain amount of events with a certain person, with a certain situation, sometimes you gotta accept that the person, if they're not willing to change, You gotta accept that that's who they are. Some people can change. You know, you're sometimes your best friend, sometimes your coworker. So I don't know, any kind of situation you kind of hope would change. Sometimes it will change. I'm not saying that nobody is capable of changing, but it's just, are they willing? You know, you gotta accept, are they willing or are they not willing? And after a certain amount of time, you kind of get the hang of seeing that they're not willing to change. So you got to accept it. You got to accept that certain situations, certain environments are going to stay as is, because it all depends on the will of the person that you're hoping it's going to change. You're hoping this is going to happen. Don't wait before it's too late. And you got to sometimes accept that people are shitty sometimes and sometimes they're not. And you just got to know who's shitty and who's not. Everyone is human. Everyone is capable of doing things, and just accept as is sometimes, and you either move on or deal with it. And some people choose to deal with it, and that's it. Another thing that I learned being in my 20s is that right now, living in your 20s, any day of age actually, but the future is all electronic, and that scares me. Something that I learned to accept that is that we live in a time where everything is too easy, and it's only going to get easier and scarier because AI is like the whole control now. Like, I just get paranoid with that. But it's the new world, and what really bothers me is that sometimes people don't want to adapt, and we got to adapt to it, because if we don't adapt to it, we're going to be so lost in time, and we're not going to know half the shit. Like, I heard recently that there is a TV news is gonna stop being a thing, you know, like everything is just, it's honestly really like scary to think about that we live in a time that everything is less and less physical. Pretty sure physical touch is not even gonna be a thing eventually. Yeah, guys, it's another thing that I'm accepting. Another thing that I learned in my 20s was that financial shit is way bigger than people make it seem. Sometimes I regret a lot of financial decisions in my life, and I know I could have done a lot better. I could have saved money. I could have done something with it, but where I come from with that is people are more interested in temporary happiness. And what I mean by temporary happiness is hey, I have $100, let's go do this. Hey, I have $500, let's go on a trip. Let's go do this, let's go do that. And spending that money on temporary happiness is where I fucked up financially. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. If you don't got the money, if you know you're not gonna have money after doing that shit, don't do it. Because in your 20s is like the perfect time to learn how to utilize your financial decisions. Like, really, like, invest your time saving money and using money for only the right things. Don't just say, hey, I have this money, let's go fucking eat at a buffet, let's go do this. No, like really learn how to utilize your financial decisions, because it's like, it'll affect you in the long run. Like, you'll stay suffering. And I feel like that's why a lot of people stay stuck with bills after bills after bills, because they never fully like understood how important it is. Like, that eating out is not as important, that going on trips is not as important. Yeah, it can be done. You can do it, make a little temporary financial happiness, but where is that gonna get you? Where is eating out all the time gonna get you? Where is that little road trip gonna take you, really? Like, it's just gonna be a couple of you gotta think future wise. If I have $500 now, could I save it, save more money, and be smart with it? Or should I use it right now and have no money, start all over again from scratch? I feel like I would always be doing that, always fucking up with my money, like always spending money. I had an extra $50, I would go out to eat. I had an extra $100, I would go spend it on stupid shit. Like, no, like, just don't be like that. Like, genuinely. Like, and this financial thing that I learned more since I came to live with my fiance, because I see, like, you can work your ass off and you can have the money that you work your ass off for, but what is it for if you're gonna just blow it up on some dumb shit? No, like, save and learn how to be financially responsible and, you know, take accountability for when you fuck up financially. I had to suffer that big consequence. Like, I took out a car payment that I knew I couldn't afford, paying tons and tons of interest. And I would like, why am I paying so much? I'm not even paying for my actual car. I'm literally just paying to the interest. That's all I'm paying is interest. And I already had a car. I already had paid off my car, but I sold it because I was just so afraid I was traumatized with that car because it had a lot of problems. I fixed it, still didn't trust it, so I sold it, but I could have kept it and I would have had extra money. So it's just learn how to be financially responsible, learn how to be financially good, whether it's like just a couple bucks saving here from time to time. Those dollars that you spend, like those $50, $10, $20, they add up like thousands of dollars I threw away just for temporary satisfaction. That is just something that's beyond disappointing to myself. Like, I'm so disappointed within myself that I could have done so much more, guys. I learned this from Leo Skeppy, actually. He speaks some real shit. Okay, guys, if you don't know Leo Skeppy, check him out. Like, he's true. And the terms that he used are lack of discipline makes you ugly. All around. What I mean by that, from my understanding, is that if you don't discipline yourself, you're not happy with yourself. Let's say you don't discipline yourself with the right sleeping schedule. You're gonna wake up late. You're gonna wake up whatever time. You're gonna wake up feeling like shit. Like, hey, I just missed a whole fucking day. Sleeping in till 1, 2 p.m. What the fuck am I doing? Right? You feel like shit. You're just thinking about all the things you could have been doing all this fucking morning. Another lack of discipline would be not exercising. Like me, for one. That's one thing that I'm fucking pissed off at myself right now, is lack of exercise, lack of keeping a consistent like portion. You know, like I lack portion because what I've been doing lately is I've been eating late, and I shouldn't have done that. The minute I started eating late is the minute I started gaining weight again. I'm trying to start to discipline myself, like at least add a 30-minute workout and then a meditation afterwards. Like, I'm trying to do shit like that. It is hard because we do have a busy routine, and I do get it. Sometimes people do have really busy lives. I do get that now. I do get that. But whether it be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, half an hour to an hour, putting some sort of routine to help encourage that discipline within yourself. You're going to feel yourself lose weight, and you're going to feel yourself like, hey, like, I could do this, I could do that. More motivated. I grew up in such an undisciplined household where sleeping was like whenever we felt like it. And I can't do that shit. I can't. Like, I don't even take naps anymore. Like, I do wake up a little bit later than everyone, but it's like around 8, 9. The latest is 10. And it was only one time and I felt like shit. Even just like, it's a big difference for me because I usually would, like, growing up, I'd wake up at whatever time, whenever. Now I actually wake up early, and I feel that's kind of a bigger discipline. Yeah, like, it's just, you gotta try to, like, little by little discipline, and you can't do that shit overnight. So it's like a little built routine. You gotta change your routine. Like, right now I'm gonna start working on not eating late, not snacking before bed, just sugar. I'm like trying to cut back. It's really hard, but disciplining yourself, whether it be like starting from a little thing, it starts building up. Another thing that I wanted to add in is that people, like, I learned this, and like as soon as like I hit 2021, I had met some interesting people. And one thing, it was around a time where I was starting to like understand like my beliefs and like I'm really like heavy in like, when people talk about the law of attraction, manifestation, consistency, like, I really like, I'm very interested in that. Am I committed to it? No. But when I talk about it, I feel happy, and I'm very interested and intrigued by that. I just don't like get as committed to it because people tend to like talk shit about when I talk about it, I feel like people are just not into it like the way that I am. But the thing is, people don't really talk about how manifesting and like consistently, like, in our minds, we are constantly manifesting shit every day. Let's say one day you stub your toe. You go to work and you're all mad. I fucking hit my toe. You're gonna bring that energy around you. You're manifesting a bad day already. You hit your toe? Ouch. Go off with your day. Don't be so mad because something out of your control or something that you didn't want you didn't want to happen. Don't let that energy get to you, because energy is really, really powerful. The way that you portray yourself, the way that you treat people, it's really like an environment that you create every day. And the people around you get affected, and then those people around other people affect. Like, it's like a whole chain of effect. And it's like, you really gotta be like so understanding about that. Mentally, you have to be so consistent with what you truly desire. There's a lot of ways you can interpret that. A lot of ways. Like, you can literally, if you want a certain thing, you gotta be consistent with it. The minute you get off that consistency train, you are fucking yourself over regardless. Because we can manifest anything we want. We can have anything we want. We can do anything we want. We can. I, for one, did think I manifested my life right now. Because I did not think that I was going to be in a relationship. Like, I knew what I wanted. That's the thing. You don't expect it sometimes, because the minute that you're in what you wanted, it's kind of hard to believe and accept that you're in it. But all my life, I knew what I wanted. My intentions as a person, I got cheated on last year. I was so fed up and whatever. Like, but I knew deep down my intention was that I know I'm going to be someone's wife one day. I know my value as a person. I know who I am. I know what I want and everything. Just want that simple, common love life. And so common that it feels not common. I don't know. It's just, you have to be consistent with what you want. Be thinking about it every day until it becomes yours. If you don't know much about law of attraction and manifestation, I really, really do hope you look into it and start like even meditating, manifesting, like just really understand it. And once you understand it, you feel like you can do anything. And yes, sometimes there's a bad thing that happens in your life and it throws you off track like so much. But don't let those negative things around your life impact your truest desires, because people don't understand it. Like, you gotta look into it. You don't understand the energy you carry. Like, that's why a lot of people end up unhappy and not achieving what they want in life, is because they're so focused on the negative things around them that they forget what they actually want in life. And that's what people don't understand, is like, you gotta like really learn to be consistent with what you want and work on it and think it like it's yours. Just really do it, because people don't do that shit. And like, nobody understands how important that part of our life is. Like, the law of attraction, manifesting, being consistent. Even when you're sad sometimes, you gotta fucking like shrug it off and be like, hey, I know what I want. Like, I don't care if I don't have it right now. I'm gonna have it one day. I'm gonna have it. So yeah, those are pretty much like a lot of things that I learned as a 24-year-old, 25-year-old. I hope you guys learned, like the video, kind of understood where I came from. Yeah, it's just take these things that I learned with what you want. Like, it's just what I learned. I don't know if you guys want to share some things that you learned in your 20s or whatever stage in life you're in. Share some things that you learned, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm trying to like switch up my content. It's gonna be random shit, because that's just me. Like, genuinely, I'm so random. You don't even know what next video I'm gonna come up with. So I'm starting to like little by little prepare for our podcast. We just gotta get a few more things and see how that goes, but I'm really trying. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, give it a thumbs up. Comment down shit that you've learned and you're still currently learning. Let's chit chat down in the comments. Alright? Comment down a black heart if you watch this part. But yeah, guys, I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Stay tuned for my live streams too. I'm gonna be going live here, and my TikToks. Everything's gonna be linked down below. Chit chat with me. Let's become friends. Let's see what's up. Maybe you guys can teach me some stuff. I'm still learning, so teach me some things that I don't know.